Welcome to the wrap-up video of the 5-game one-day series between New Zealand and South Africa, which was played in New Zealand. This video is a revisit to our preview video, which was done a couple of weeks ago ahead of the 5-game series, and we're going to discuss the predictions then and some key takeouts that we can use going forward for future games involving New Zealand and South Africa. So with the prediction video, we predicted a South African victory. They were coming off an 11-game winning streak, and the prediction was them to win the series 3-2. Keeping in mind that New Zealand were also in some pretty handy one-day form, recently regaining the Chapel Hadley series, just a few weeks prior against the Aussies. So the prediction was 3-2, and the result of the series was South Africa winning 3-2, which is great. And it was an excellent series of one-day cricket. What can we take out of the series? We can certainly take that it's great to see AB de Villiers back and performing. He had an excellent series. He scored the most runs from both sides for the 5-game series. He had 2 50s, which were, one was in an unsuccessful game where he scored 78, but he did score a match-winning 85 in the the third ODI, and we got to see him, doing what he does best, scoring at a high strike rate and playing some very innovative shots. The other key note from the South Africans was seeing their bowling variety and the ability to call on a number of guys to contribute as bowlers. They have got some very good options now, and guys like Feliqueo, Pretorius, Morris and Parnell all serve as good not only bowlers, but bowlers who can contribute quite handily with the bat, which we did see over the 5 games. For example, with Feliqueo in the first game, his partnership with de Villiers saw them home in a tricky run chase. Kagiso Rabada and Imran Tahir do form those 2 key bowling positions, and then you've got the other guys I mentioned as who fill out the rest of the attack. The other components of South Africa's performance, we didn't see a great performance from guys like Hashim Amla and JP Duminy, but guys like Faf du Plessis and Quinton de Kock did have have good series. De Kock in particular scored 3 50s in the 5 games. For New Zealand, it was great to see the return of Martin Guptill after coming back from injury, and his 180 not out in the 4th game, where he made a chase of 280 look quite small, was incredible, and 180 not out of 138 balls in his first game back. I'm sure the Kiwis are really happy to see him back in the setup. Ross Taylor had a good series. He scored 100 in the 2nd game, and he also scored a 60 not out in the 4th game in his partnership with Guptill. Kane Williamson scored a couple of 50s in the first 2 games, and we also saw Jimmy Neesham contribute well. He's made 71 in the 2nd game. There was a couple of the contributors from New Zealand's batting wasn't those performances mentioned, but there were performances where they did really struggle, and you saw in the 5th game where they were bowled up for 149, and in the 3rd game where they were bowled up for 112, chasing 288. With some real disappointing batting performances there. So that's something they're going to have to look at, how they're filling out their top 6, 7. Colin de Grandhomme was encouraging. He was very good as an all-rounder. He scored a few 30s, as well as was pretty tight with the ball. And probably the best bowler for New Zealand was Trent Boult, who was quite accurate and took a number of wickets. and Jitan Patel's return in the final 2 games, where he opened the bowling as a spinner, was quite effective. So a very good series of cricket, a great prelude as far as the Champions Trophy is concerned in June. I think South Africa are going to be probably the team to beat come June's tournament, and New Zealand will certainly be a threat as well. So entertaining cricket, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe and share with anyone who may be interested. Thank you.